Expect the unexpected. That's what this movie taught me. Hi everyone, welcome to I Just React and Review. My name is Ashmita and I hope you all are doing well, and today I will be sharing my thoughts with you on a Kannada film that I was highly recommended to watch. The movie that I'm talking about is the 2020 release Diya, and I was sort of intrigued that why this film is getting recommended to me again and again, and once I started watching it, I got really sucked into this entire world that the director created. So yes, without further ado, let's deep dive into the detailed analysis. Now yes, as the title suggests, the movie is centered around the lead character Diya. Diya is a highly introvert girl who develops a crush on her college senior Rohit. But because of her introvert nature, she finds it extremely difficult to approach him and confess her feelings to him. She tries her very best to approach and talk to Rohit, but all her attempts fail. Over the course of many years, of course, Diya and Rohit get to know each other and become close. So the first half of the movie is basically the entire story arc of Diya and Rohit. And then there is the second half of Diya and another very important character, Adi. The second half of the storyline is Diya's arc when she develops a relationship with Adi and how it completely changes her. So yes, in the overall context of the film, it is a romantic drama, but it is also Diya's growth as a person and how she gets impacted and how her behavior changes because of these two people in her life. K.S. Ashoka is the writer as well as the director of this film. Now first, if I talk about the writing, when the movie started, I thought to myself that okay, this looks like a nice love story. But soon I really got invested in all the characters. And that's because these three characters were written quite well, especially the character of Adi. Now because this movie essentially is based on these three characters, it was important for him to write all these three characters well. But out of all the three, I somehow found Adi's character most relatable. Even though Adi's character writing had some flaws, I was instantly drawn to him. Another thing which I really liked about the writing was that the movie is written in a very linear manner. The story flows in a very logical way, and that is why I felt so invested in all the three characters. The only little gripe I have is for the character writing of Adi towards the end, because during the entire run of the film, the audience is made to believe that Adi thinks and behaves in a certain kind of way. But when tragedy strikes him, his behavior completely shifts. There are certain decisions that he takes in the end which didn't make sense to me. I kept thinking, oh my god, Adi, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You were preaching something else at the beginning. But like I said when this video started, expect the unexpected is what this movie taught me. Out of all the three, Rohit's character had the least depth, but it's fine. I did not really mind that because it went with the flow of the story. Now the direction is something that impressed me a lot because I was highly invested into the world that he created. I also loved the fact that the main focus of the film throughout its run was on Diya, and her basic introvert nature was never really changed in the film. The best part about the direction was the route K.S. Ashoka took at the end of the film. I mean, you are made to believe that this movie is going to end in a certain way, and then oh my goodness, the twist that it takes. I swear I was stunned for several minutes after the credits started rolling. I mean, talk about delivering shock value. Also, it made me think about the divided opinions that the audience might have towards the ending of the film. I mean, one might argue that it was too harsh to end the movie like that. Or there would be an opinion that yes, life is full of surprises. You are not going to know what is going to happen to you next. I would love to know your thoughts on this for those who have watched this film. I was very much satisfied with the overall edit of this movie. The flow of this movie was extremely smooth and I really liked how the scenes were put together. Though I was more satisfied with the second half edit than the first half because I felt that Adi and Diya's relationship was more organic and believable. Except that one birthday celebration scene of Diya, I feel that was over the top and could have been just edited out. Some really great camera moments throughout the film. Though I really wanted to point out one particular thing that I noticed, or maybe it's just me. There are certain close-up shots in the first half where Diya was thinking about pursuing Rohit. It seemed a little horror-like to me. I don't know why, because the camera was panning so close to her face and she was looking a little stalkerish. You know, because of this camera work, I honestly thought maybe this is a film where she goes into the stalker mode and becomes a psycho pursuing this character of Rohit. Though it was a creative decision taken, but that's the feeling I got initially. And also one of my favorite moments of cinematographic piece was when Diya and Adi kept delaying their goodbye. The entire road trip, the train trip, Adi inviting Diya to his house, everything was really well shot. Soothing is the word that comes in my mind when I think of the score of this film. The songs were also decent. I wouldn't say it blew me away, but yes, it did really set the mood when I was watching the film. There are some really great performances delivered in this movie. Let's start with Khushi, who plays Diya. I think she was perfectly cast. That awkward, introvert, shy character, she has pulled it off really well. I'm of course not aware of her works because I really do not know the Kannada movie industry that well. But the way she portrayed this character, her awkwardness, her entire body language, her expressions, the way she was talking, I really loved it. Dikshit Shetty, who plays the character of Rohit, was decent, though I feel out of all these central character performances, his was the weakest. Of course, his character was not given too many layers in the first place, and that's why his performance also feels very one-dimensional. Like, personally, from my heart, I couldn't 100% connect to him like I did with Diya or Adi, or even Adi's mother. Prithvi Ambar is the winner for me in this movie. He plays the character of Adi, and he is such a fire on screen. He really lit up the screen with his presence, and the way he portrayed this character of Adi, I was instantly drawn to him. I was instantly drawn to him. When I was watching his performance, I thought, you know what, I really need to check out more of his performances and movies in future. Pavitra Lokesh, who plays Adi's mother, also lovingly known as Lucky, I absolutely loved her. She had a very brief role, but she made such an impact on screen. I loved how genuine the bond felt between Adi and his mother, and it's because of the beautiful performances given by these two actors. My final thoughts is that yes, it's a really enjoyable watch, though I feel that it is only a one-time watch because the shock value that you get in the first viewing, you are not gonna get the second and the third time. The movie is streaming on Amazon Prime. You should definitely watch it if you haven't. And yes, that was my analysis on the Kannada film Diya. I hope you have come till the end of the video. If you have, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.